breaking down all that is coming in patch 10.17, from possibly the best content for alts yet, new Headless Horseman mechanics, to some of the most amazing heritage armors, new customizations, making your very own Manari Eredar, and so much more. First off, Dream Surges. These are the new mini events that come in patch 10.17, and they appear on a weekly basis in one of the 4 zones in the Dragon Isles. Now, wherever the Dream Surge is active, you go there and visit Naralex to vote for a buff that will last 7 minutes, and these can range from cheat death, damage increases, harder detection from mobs, 100% increase to gold drop, etc. In the same spot, you have the Dream Surge vendors from which you can buy gear. The Tauren Hamul Rune Totem sells 412 champion gear, upgradable and all, and you can get them with the new token called Dream Surge Chrysalis. This is a bind on account, so kind of great for alts. The way you get this Chrysalis is by completing the weekly quest from the Dream Surge area. This is also picked up from Hamul. You will have to complete 3 world quests within the Dream Surge zone, kill 1 rare elite, and close 1 waking dream. The waking dream should appear on your map with a fiery portal icon, and once you click it, mobs will spawn out of it, which you obviously have to kill. Sometimes you'll have other objectives appear, like flying through circles or destroying specific objects, you know, fill the bar stuff, but overall it's quite easy and fast. Once it's all done, you fly back to her room and you buy your desired piece of loot. Another great vendor is Celestine, from which you can buy 402 veteran items, but this time with a new currency. Yay, new currencies. Called Dream Surge Coalescence. This is way easier to get as it is scattered all over the zone the Dream Surge is in. Flying through it puts it in your bags. Farming these dream-specific plants also drops it on top of getting it to drop from rares and from world quests. Both gear types can be used at the catalyst to be transformed into set gear. All this on top of the fact that each Dream Surge zone provides a 25% increase to experience is a clear indication that having alts is the name of the game. Faster leveling and decent catch-up gear? Hell yeah! All you dragon riding enthusiasts, rejoice! Eastern Kingdoms is the next place where we will have new races, and it will start on October the 4th. In terms of rewards, the previous ones from the Kalimdor Cup will be available once again to purchase with Riders of Azeroth badges, and there will also be some new ones in the form of new customization for your Slither Drake. But to be honest, bringing dragon riding to more and more old content is yet another kick in those nostalgia balls, and a major plus as we build forward to Blizz, adding the dragon riding mechanics to older mounts eventually, and who knows, maybe add some new and relevant content that is placed in the older places. The Eastern Kingdoms Cup will consist of 14 new races: the Gilneas Gambit, Searing Slalom, Deadwing Derby, Gurubashi Gala, Blasted Lands Bolt, Booty Bay Blast, Krasworks Clash, Lochmadon Loop, Twilight Terror, these are very fun to pronounce, Elwyn Forest Flash, Ironforge Interceptor, Plaguelands Plunge, Fuse Light Night Flight, and Red Ridge Rally. We're finally getting some Beast Mode Heritage armors for Undead and Night Elves, each with their own unique storylines, which we're not going to spoil, but suffice to say, looking at these, it's quite astonishing to see the level of detail and the amount of love that was poured into them. I know I'm hopping in on getting these ASAP and thinking even to change some of my orcs to Undead just because of these beauties. Still pondering on changing my dwarves to night elves, but it's hard when you know you can wear these. Jesus! The details on these are out of this world, and we know they always do a killer job with these heritage armors, but I truly think that the ones for Undead and Night Elf are among the best they've ever done. And you know Night Elves and Undead are getting some extra customizations as well on top of their heritage armors. 5 new skin colors for the Undeads. I was expecting a bit more, to be honest, but it's still fine to add some more options here, I guess. There are also some brand new body and face tattoos for the Night Elves. We can finally make some of those awesome Tyrande looks. The thing about body tattoos that always bug me is this goes back to demon hunters actually, is that they are cool looking, no doubt, but you kind of always have to hide your chest armor to enjoy their glory. Not sure if I'm gonna do that after I get my heritage armor, although to be fair, the mail armor gives a bit more visual freedom to whatever you will have tattooed on your chest. A quest line awaits for the Draenei, which will unlock some new customizations, including new eye colors and variations, new hair colors, but most importantly, after completing the Seeing Red questline, Draeneis will have access to some new skin colors, with the most notable one being the Fiery Red, basically transforming your beloved goat race into a very reputable Munari Eredar. These skin colors packed up with the new eye colors will 100% make up for some badass looking Eredars, eh? Holiday Refresh is the title Blizz chose on their timeline, and we're going with that. It's basically some fun new additions to upcoming holidays within WoW. When Hallow's End drops on the 18th of October, we'll have an updated intro questline for the Headless Horseman, exploring his origins, why he keeps on showing up and attacking certain spots in the world, why he gets to have a dedicated dungeon, and speaking of said dungeons, there are also visual updates to the Scarlet Monastery dungeon itself. Not to mention that the Headless Horseman has some new abilities for the normal mode and some others for the hard mode. Yes, there will be a hard mode as well, and this will be accessed by interacting with the 4 Wicker Men at the beginning of the Scarlet Monastery graveyard. You will still summon him by interacting with the Jack-o'-lantern, but the fight will be different with new abilities, and you will no longer need to run after its head all the time. That is gone. You just kill him and that's it. It's nothing too complicated, but it definitely adds more layers to the former repetitive fight. Your Velocidrake can also get a new saddle that is themed around Hallow's End, with a very nice evil pumpkin over there. Brewfest will have some new rewards, including another nice little back saddle for your Proto-Drake this time. See the nice keg of brew over there? Pirates Day will have for your Highland Drake an awesome new saddle with a treasure chest on the back. You can see the gold shining through. And finally, Day of the Dead Holiday will bring you a new saddle for the Cliffside Wilderdrake with the little skulls and candles. I mean, thematic for the Day of the Dead Holiday. There were also some Winter Veil items data mined during the PTR of 10.17, a reindeer-like armor for your dragons, and a nice festive sword, but we still have to wait a couple of months to see those in action. Now, as everyone got acquainted with the new Dawn of the Infinite dungeons, 10.17 brings the heroic version of it, splitting it in 2 parts. You'll need a minimum of 372 item level to be able to join the heroic version of the dungeon, and both wings will be queuable from the dungeon finder, and the split will be as follows. First is Galakron's Fall, where you will fight Chronikar, Manifested Timeways, Blight of Galakron, and Iridikron. The second one is Murazon's Rise, where we have the remaining encounters, Tyr the Infinite Keeper, Morchi, everyone's favorite, Emo Chromie, Time Lost Battlefield, and lastly Chronoloord Deos. As far as we tested it on the PTR, items dropped were 402 item level. You will still be able to go to its entrance and carry on doing the Mythic version of it, while the actual Mythic Plus edition will only come in Season 3, so need to wait for that, but at least we will be very familiar with the 2 of the 8 dungeons from the new pool coming in Season 3, so yay, I guess. Lastly, coming down through the ages from games like League of Legends, we have a brand new quality of life ping system. This will be used to point out a specific location or object, or ask for an assist, warn someone, or just plain all let everybody know they should attack. By default, using the G key, you will be able to select the warning, attack, assist, or on my way alert. These will be placed wherever your mouse cursor is pointing. Not selecting any of these will just place a diamond marker. Note that these pings all have their own sounds and will stay visible for approximately 7 seconds. The system is a great addition, especially if you are pugging your content of choice and the chat window isn't always the most reliable or visible in order to react fast to certain situations. The visuals for the pings are crisp and clear, and it's quite amazing to see stuff like this finally making it into WoW, when you think about how the graphics evolved from the game's initial inception. Find out here how Blizz took 22 years to get the game looking like it looks today. It's insane how much the game evolved visually.